I didn't want to miss out on seeing it. I mean, this is an issue I got quite heavily involved with before I got into the government as a backbencher. I did a lot of debates here on mental illness in general and dementia in particular. So I think what you're trying to achieve and getting a positive experience is enormously valuable and affects literally millions of people. So just wanted to thank you for what you do, and if I can be of any help in following up on a practical level.
You well do it, so thank you very much for your support. Thanks very much. And before we start to describe the specifics of what ReMeLife is capable of doing, probably the first thing to do is to outline to you the importance of reminiscence in the care process.
So, but what is reminiscence? Well, reminiscence, very, very briefly, is a way of capturing, remembering, relating aspects of the past, but it's very much to the present. So, very often the triggers for any of us to reminisce is something that's happened in the present time. And so by drawing on memories from the past and past experiences and triumphs and skills, we're tapping into the strengths that the person still has in their dementia, which is so very different from what their normal everyday experience is, which is of finding things progressively more difficult to achieve and to do, and that sense of increasing fragmentation and of failure. But very often the burden of care is inequitable. And I think one of the things that I really like about the Remind Me programme is it enables other people to engage in supporting the well-being through the reminiscence of the person with dementia, even if they live on the other side of the world.
So Remind Me is designed for people with dementia, but it addresses the tasks and the needs of the primary carer and formal carers. In a nutshell, what it does is it provides a familiar activity which is based on the interests and the preferences that have been demonstrated by the individual, and it is intended, it's really geared towards cross-generational and cross-cultural usage. So briefly I'm going to give you an oversight of how it works. Now, these are all the screenshots from the prototype just to show you the interaction flow. When it works as a group tool, it will pool the knowledge that it has about those individuals, all the participants that are taking part, and it will promote commonality amongst the interests that they have. So you're able to run sessions of 5 or 6 people, for upwards of 3/4 of an hour, where the things that they have in common are explored. And equally important, the fact that we have individual topics means that we can have each topic has its own privacy assigned to it. Now, we all have complicated lives. There are topics that we don't want to discuss with absolutely everybody. There are topics that we do want to have a dialogue around with individuals. And this format, this presentation allows for that.
When I first got into this, I thought this is a niche market. I mean, I couldn't have been more wrong. The figure that shocked me was that 42% of people in this country at any one time are impacted by dementia. That's a phenomenal figure, absolutely phenomenal. And interestingly, it will be focused predominantly not on the person with dementia and the carer, the dementia carer couple, if you like, that's at home, but on the younger members of the family. We strongly believe, and I hate to put it this way, but it's the guilt for those family members who are remote, who probably feel they're not doing as much as they could do, that will be the strongest driving force of the marketing mechanism. Well, I'm one of them. I felt guilty that I wasn't able to assist more in my mother's care. If I'd had a system like this, I would have paid £200 immediately to be able to access her whenever I wanted to have my son sit and view and run a reminiscence session simultaneously and have points of discussion with her. So the numbers. Well, I hope you're here today, some of you, with a view to taking a look at whether this is a proposition that is worth investing in, not just from the point of view of it being a social impact business, which we believe we are, courtesy of giving away the system free globally, but also that it can be beneficial financially. It's obviously, we believe, going to have significant impact in the world of dementia, but financially it can have significant impact on you if you invest. Because our business will grow and grow and grow. Even when the person with dementia dies, the family will still want those memories. They'll cherish them. and we will be effectively the guardians of their memories. And that gives us the potential to build a very strong community that has a strong value not only to the families but to the business itself. There's the potential for significant growth in this business. I think that's enough talking from us. I think we should let you guys have a few questions.
As an investor, why would I invest into you? What makes you two as a team, or with your, with the people you work with, what makes you so good that I can be sure that if I would invest, that it comes back? I mean, it is investable. Because the product, no doubt, but what qualifies you? Or
Can I ask, thank you for your very informative presentation. A lot about the design and the way it all works, but what business experience do you, both of you, have in taking this product and making a return on people's investment? Thank you.
Unlimited content. When Spotify suggests tracks to me, it's because it's a database full of well-tagged songs. Mm-hmm. So it can just go by style, by age, by it's tagged. Internet is not tagged, or it's tagged in the wrong way. If you Google for bow, you get 12 different images. So how limited or unlimited is your content? And that brings me to the copyright issue. Because if I get all these images done, I'm sure I'll have a lot of people who would be interested in getting a payment for the use of those images.
Ken, hi, congratulations, yes, brilliant project. A quick observation and then a question. The observation is just to the point that has been made, as you know, built a dozen startups in the UK.
So, as a potential investor, what I would want to know is what kind of a marketing plan do you have? When you have a product that is a very impressive product, but still a very personable product, which I think needs a personable approach, not necessarily an internet approach.
Follow on in a sense, in your financials, you talk about conversion rates, the premium side, and you had a figure of 6%.
Yes.
Where did you arrive? How did you arrive at 6%?
Implicit rather than explicit. Does this slow down the onset of dementia, this whole thing? Is there any clinical evidence that you could bring to a real benefit of this?
Could you just outline the extra functionality that you get for paying as opposed to what you get for nothing?
Simon, have you considered the possibility that the consumer opportunity for this technology and the platform could be way bigger, and by actually, in a sense, niching this as a product for dementia sufferers, could in fact stigmatise the big opportunity, which is really in the much more general consumer market?
We thought of that. Anybody else want to drop one in quickly, or should we?
thank you very much for all the information.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's so dark and so cold, but it really feels like we're in the House of Commons, doesn't it?